Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Hivranodach, or my name is Hir, or Lemon, which is a little bit easier to pronounce. And I have a microphone now. My dad had a spare, and so I have been given a microphone that connects to my phone, like the ones on TikTok. However, I do not use TikTok. So hopefully the audio will be a bit better this week. I really hope so. My friend pulled me aside very kindly and was like, hey, your audio in last fortnight's video was god awful and we couldn't hear anything, and I was like, oh, okay, sorry. So hopefully the audio is fixed. I am a little bit frustrated because I recorded like 5 minutes of audio and didn't realise I hadn't pressed record. So, yeah. This drawing is of Legato and Vash from Trigun, Stampede, specifically the Stampede designs, because I have not read Trimax. And yeah, I know the Levash scenes are best in Trimax. Like, I know that's where the doomed yaoi happens. I know, I'm aware, I promise. I just have not had time. I will read Trimax eventually. I have friends who are like really wanting me to read it, and I'm like, one day, I promise. I've wanted to read it since Tri-Stamp came out like a year ago. I watched Tri-Stamp a year ago. And then I've put it off for a year, and then I recently got back into it because my friend and I are getting into it. Here you can see me really struggling with Legato's hand. I cut out a bunch of it because most of it was just me erasing and then like drawing again and then erasing, and it was a pain. So I had to go get a model off of the CSP asset store. I paid, I think it was 50 Clippy. Either 50 or 10, I don't know. Those are like the most common Clippy amounts. Yeah, that's a good point. You don't see many things on the Clippy asset store that's like 67 Clippy. But yeah, this hand was a nightmare to draw. But I did it eventually, so woohoo! This drawing was an exercise in digital glazing, which is basically when you'll see better in the Speedpaint. And I'll link some of the tutorials I watched online down below in the caption. But the premise is that you draw in black and white first and get the tones like good and solid in black and white. Grayscale would be more appropriate. And then from there you add colour using the different digital like layers and stuff. Like I use a lot of the colour layer, the overlay layer, the multiply layer, that sort of thing. Very difficult to look up resources for digital glazing, because when you just look up on YouTube digital glazing art, they show up with the like anti-AI protections thing, which is good to have on YouTube. But did not make it very useful for me. Because I don't know how to do that glazing either. I don't glaze my art. This is not an invitation to steal my art with AI. However, I am very, very bad at this sort of thing. I think the program that you need to get it is like on the computer, and I'm primarily in iPad Artist. You can see in the corner I wrote, I don't know what I'm doing. And the sentiment is still true. I think, I'm not sure I could replicate this drawing, to be entirely honest. And my friends asked for a very brief, like description of what I did, and I'm gonna be honest, I was like, I have no clue. The art gods just possessed me for like a solid few hours. And that's that. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about the drawing itself. You start with grayscale and then go from there. I find that the digital glazing is a good technique if you're looking to paint, I think. I wouldn't recommend it for myself. Like, if I was talking to myself, I wouldn't recommend it for my regular style. I just don't think it'd work. But for painting styles like this, I think it does work. But most of my other drawings are not in a painting style. So I think it works well as a replacement for my regular painting style, because my other painting style is so time consuming. Because I have to worry a lot about the colours. Because, well, if you've seen my Chuya Speedpaint video before, or I think my Basil one as well, that's still up. I basically sketch and then add colour and then tidy up the sketch, kind of like how I'm doing here, where I just kind of like draw on top of the sketch and like blend it in. But yeah, I have to worry about colour a lot when I do that, and it's very, not difficult, but time consuming for sure. Very, very tiring, which I enjoy. However, I also did enjoy this process. Looking back, I just don't see much use for it aside from, like, in my style, aside from my painting style, which I don't do that often, so you might not see me do more digital glazing, not sure. But yeah, I think it was really good way to get better at, like, more expressive, there we go, lines with painting, because something I found, like, I was really worrying about Vash's robotic arm mechanical prosthetic in my style, because I tried to pull up a bunch of different references and stuff, but I think what kind of worked the best was just to make vague shapes and just keep the detail to the faces, because, like, you'll see with Legato's, like, legs, very, very gestural, because I think just keeping them like fairly detailless really helps to kind of focus the detail on, like, Vash's face and Legato's face, etc. Which I think is a good practice, because I think as artists we get really bogged down with the details. As you can see here, I've been zoomed in for a lot of the drawing, which isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to, like, keep it, not get bogged down in the details, zooming in this much is not the easiest thing that will help you. So yeah, I think I also got to explore different with brushes, etc. And yeah, pretty fun. Most of this drawing is in black and white, and I only really added the colours towards the end, which is good, but also, man, I like colours. I like playing with them, they're kind of fun. That's all I really have to say about the drawing itself. I've been listening to the Sherlock & Co podcast. Really great podcast. It's like a modern retelling of Sherlock, but not BBC Sherlock. I think the tone is really good, because the tone is like comedy and drama. It's really fun. John is by far, like, so lovable, and Sherlock is canonically has, oh god, he lists off a bunch of his diagnostic criteria, but I don't remember each one. He has autism spectrum disorder, ADHD, DID, and a bunch of others. I want to say BPD? I'm not 100% sure, I don't remember all of them. He just lists off a bunch of, like, different acronyms, so sorry I can't remember them all. But it's really cool seeing a Sherlock who is canonically neurodivergent. Like, I know everyone says that Sherlock is, and he is, but, like, even, like, that, you know, like, there's a scene where he gets, like, ear defenders from John for Christmas, because he gets overwhelmed by noise too well, and, like, you know, it's just, it's something that they're not trying to hide or make into a good personality trait, in the sense of, like, oh, he's really, really weird, but, like, in a quirky way, and that's not representation of a disability he has. You know, like, I don't know, I think he's cool. Really funny. Mariana as well. Oh, I love her. She's just so funny. I will say I don't ship Sherlock and John in this adaptation. I know BBC Sherlock, everyone shipped them, but I don't know, I like them as friends. They're like, I just really value their platonic bond. Not that I'm against people who ship them, but I don't know, I like that reading of their characters. Here I'm sorry to go back to the Speedpaint, but here you can see me adding all the colours, trying to like brighten some of the dark areas in the drawing, like to make the colours less muddy, etc. Vash's blonde hair was a pain to get right, because, oh boy, trying to make that not muddy was an experience for sure. Yeah. I've got about 45 seconds left, so thank you for watching. Hit that like and subscribe. No. But if you have anything you'd like to see from me, or any comments, or just tell me your favourite Trigun character in the comments. I would really, really love to be able to read from people. If you have any suggestions for what I should do in future, let me know. No guarantee I'll do them, but hey, I'll listen, and I will reply. Yeah, I really like talking to people online. It's fun. So thank you for watching. Have a nice day, and remember to drink water.